If you think walking every day is enough to keep you strong after 50, I've got some bad news for you. Over the last 30 years as a physical therapist, I've treated hundreds of men who faithfully walked every single day. They got their steps in, they stayed active, and then still became weaker, stiffer, and slower, long before they should have. Walking wasn't the problem. The real problem was something almost nobody talks about. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why walking alone is not enough to keep you capable, formidable, and, if you want, even dangerous in your second 50 years. You'll discover the 3 physical qualities that separate the men who keep growing from the men who slowly fade away. I'll also show you the 3 biggest mistakes men make when they rely on walking for exercise. There's a good chance you're making at least one of them without realizing it. And before we're done, I'm going to give you my Are You Still Dangerous After 50 challenge, a simple test that will tell you whether your body is still prepared for real life or whether it's quietly been losing the abilities that matter most. If you've been sedentary, well, walking might just be one of the best places to start. But the moment your walk stops demanding more from your body stops improving. That's one of the laws we live at here at Second 50 Strong. Your body won't feed what it doesn't need. If you walk the same neighborhood at the same pace for the same distance day after day, your body has already adapted. It has no reason to become stronger, or more mobile, or more powerful. It simply maintains what you've already taught it to do. Now, don't misunderstand me. I like walking. I encourage my patients to walk. But here's the question almost nobody asks. Will walking make you the man you want to be 20 years from now? Because I don't want to help you simply live longer. I want you to stay capable, to carry heavy things, to help your son move, to wrestle with your grandkids, and still say yes when life gets hard. That doesn't happen because you got your 10,000 steps in. It happens because you trained your body to stay capable. And after 50, capability comes down to 3 things: strength, mobility, and power. Miss those, and your world starts getting smaller. Let me show you why. Reason number 1, walking doesn't build strength. The biggest threat to your quality of life after 50 isn't getting older, it's getting weaker. That happens so gradually that most men don't even notice it. That bag of mulch feels heavier, the stairs leave you breathing a little bit harder, and that minor fix on the house now takes all day. Little by little, your confidence in doing hard things starts to disappear. That isn't simply because you're getting older, it's because your body no longer has a reason to stay strong. And that's the problem with walking. It asks very little of your muscles. Once your body adapts, it stops building any more strength. Strength training tells your body, we still need to be strong. We still need strong bones. We need the ability to handle heavy things. And your body responds by getting stronger. Yes, walking keeps you moving, but strength training keeps you capable and turning into the kind of man you want to be after your 50s. Because when strength disappears, independence disappears right behind it. So don't get your steps in, get your reps in. One of the saddest things I've seen in more than 30 years as a physical therapist is men who did exactly what they were told to do. They were told to walk every day and to stay active. And they followed it believing they were doing everything right, but year after year, they still became weaker. They still became less capable and less confident. Then one day, they'd look at me as their therapist and say, "What happened? It just sucks to get old." The answer was always never their age. It was that they spent years maintaining their ability to walk while quietly losing their ability to do everything else. So I'd change the plan. We would strength train. We would restore their mobility, and slowly, week after week, their confidence came back. They started carrying heavy things easier, working around the house longer, and playing with their grandkids again. Their bodies didn't just get stronger, their lives got bigger. Now, don't misunderstand me. I encourage my patients to walk. Walk before your workout. Walk after your workout. Walk on your recovery days. Just don't think walking is going to preserve your masculine edge. It won't. And it didn't for any of those guys either. Reason number 2, Walking doesn't build full body mobility. Walking only uses a small fraction of the movement your body was designed to do. Think about it. Every step is almost identical to the one before. Forward in a straight line, forward in a straight line. But life will ask you to bend, twist, reach overhead, squat to the floor, step sideways, and sometimes climb. If you don't regularly move through those positions, your body slowly loses them. That's why so many men can walk 3 miles but struggle to bend over and tie their shoes, or reach into the back seat of their car, or get up from the floor without using their hands. It's not because they got old, it's because they stopped asking their bodies to move that way. Mobility is what keeps your body adaptable. A young body isn't just strong. A young body moves well. It gets into awkward positions without pain. It changes direction with confidence. The goal isn't to become a gymnast here. The goal is to keep the freedom to move throughout life without your body constantly saying, I can't do that anymore. And here's what most men miss. Mobility doesn't replace strength. Mobility enhances it. The stronger you are through a full range of motion, the more capable you become everywhere else in your life. Reason number 3, walking doesn't train power. Brother, this is one of the biggest wake-up calls you're ever going to get. The first physical quality to disappear as we age, it's not strength. It's not mobility. Sure as heck isn't endurance. It's power. Power is your ability to produce force quickly. And it's one of the biggest differences between an athletic man and a man who's starting to fade. If you want to look, move, and feel decades younger, you have to stay explosive. Power isn't just about sports, but it's about life. Catching yourself when you trip, jumping out of the way, changing directions in an instant, and reacting when something unexpected happens to you. Walking never asks your body to do any of that. Every step is slow, predictable, comfortable. Your body never gets the message that it still needs to be fast. So year after year, that ability quietly disappears. The good news, power comes back when you start training it. Sprint, jump, throw, swing, move a weight with speed. Now you're telling your body, I still need to be explosive, and your body will respond. That's how men in their 60s and 70s surprise younger men, not because they're younger, but because they never stop training the qualities that keep a man athletic. And that's the difference. Walking may help you keep moving, but power training helps keep you living like an athlete. Here are the 3 biggest mistakes men make when using walking for exercise. Mistake number 1, they never restore the mobility that walking doesn't use. Walking only takes your joints through a fraction of their available range of motion. Do that every day, and year after year, your body gets tighter. I have treated daily walkers, and more so even daily runners, who could barely bend over and touch their knees. Here's the fix. Spend 5 minutes before your walk doing dynamic mobility, or 5 minutes afterwards doing deeper stretches. Your joints will thank you. And mistake number 2. Men never make walking harder. It's the same neighborhood at the same pace for the same distance every single day. Your body adapts quickly, and once it does, the improvement stops. Here's the fix. If you're going to walk for exercise, make it earn the title of exercise. Walk faster, find hills, carry a weighted backpack, or take a route that challenges you. Give your body a reason to become more capable. And mistake number 3. They use walking as their main form of exercise. This is the biggest mistake of all. Walking is a basic human skill. Hard training is what changes your body. If walking is your only workout, you're leaving strength, mobility, and power in the past. Here's the fix. Keep walking if you enjoy it, but let walking support your training, not replace it. Schedule walking strategically around your training program. Use walking as an enjoyable activity and keep your training difficult. You don't stay young by getting your steps in. You stay young by keeping the abilities that athletic men have, which are strength, mobility, and power. After 50, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. So here's my challenge to you. Don't guess where you stand, measure it. I created a free Are You Still Dangerous After 50 challenge that measures the 3 qualities we've been talking about today. In less than 5 minutes, you'll find out whether you're building the body that's ready for the next 20 years or quietly entering the slow glide of decline. The link, I pinned it in the comments. Walking is a great way to get moving, but it's terrible as your main training. If walking is your only plan after 50, your strength, power, and mobility will fade. Don't settle for simply staying active. Train to stay dangerous. I guarantee that you can live a vibrant, adventurous, action-filled life deep into your second 50 years if you can produce strong amounts of force, move through large ranges of motion, and accelerate quickly. I am 54 years old and I am living that right now. Brother, aging is inevitable. Death is certain. But decline? That's a choice. And always remember, most men fade, but you're not most men.